This never happens. Walking towards the bus stop and the bus appears on time? What? Anyway, I'm upstairs, blue tack under the bum, and I'm sorted. A little bit of time to look moody and reflect as I stare out of the window and watch the rolling hills of this green and pleasant land go by. Shouldn't be too long and I'll be at Manchester. Once I'm there, it's tram time, followed by a short walk up to Manchester Piccadilly Station. Here we are, say a quick hello to the wounded soldiers, and it's goodbye Manchester. So I had to change at Crewe, so I thought I'd stop and have a brew. Had a bit of time, so I went to one of their vendors on the platforms and paid quite possibly the most I've ever paid for a single cup of tea in my entire life. £3.10! I know it was £3.10 because I asked him 3 times to repeat himself. Needless to say, I made that tea last. Euston, we have arrived, and you were as busy as ever. Just enough time to nip round to the Doric Arch, which is just opposite Euston Station, and try to have a quick pint. Unfortunately, it was shut. Then it was round to the local Spoons to catch up with an old mate of mine, Rob, who I hadn't seen for such a long time. Rob and I used to work together back in the early 90s. It was so nice to see him again. He's one of the biggest fans of the film Aliens you'll ever know. Well, apart from me, of course. Then it was time to go and find my hotel. This is not my hotel. This is St Pancras. It's bloody huge! And it was en route to my hotel. On a basic scale of 1 to 10, the hotel room was, well, basic. The view from the window was something else though. It reminded me of an old Fawlty Towers sketch, where a lady complains about the view out of the window and Basil goes into one of his hilarious rants. Well, what were you expecting to see out of a King's Cross hotel window? Sydney Opera House, perhaps? The Hanging Gardens of Babylon? Herds of wildebeest sweeping majestically across the plains? I guess not. On the whole, it was okay, and the room served me well for a couple of nights. Time for some food, and I'm in the mood for a pizza. Pizza Union came up trumps. A nice calabrese with lots of extra spicy things on it. And we can't really enjoy a pizza without having a glass of wine, can you? And when a large glass of wine is only £2 cheaper than a bottle, what are you gonna do? And that rounded off Sunday evening rather wonderfully. The next day, I wasn't due in the studio until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. This gave me the whole morning to go out and have a little explore. I had a particular destination in mind, so my walk from my hotel took me through Russell Square, past the British Museum and along Shaftesbury Avenue. Those coffee shops and patisseries really did look inviting. I could have quite easily have stopped and had a coffee or something to eat, but I just had breakfast at the hotel and didn't want to overdo it. And here we are, Denmark Street, Tin Pan Alley as it was once known. I used to love coming here. Had to call in at the world-famous Hank's store. Managed to have a little strum of a £3,000 Ovation Adamus, which was nice. Then I checked out Rose Morris. This place used to have 4 floors back in the day. Now it's just a single floor, but still some wonderful things in it though, including this £10,000 1914 Gibson harp guitar. I thought about snapping it up, but it would have been a bit of a faff getting it back on the train. After managing to not buy a guitar, I found myself in this Japanese art exhibition on the way to the studio. Now, I'm not really known for my love or interest of ancient Japanese doodlings, but I found this to be rather lovely. It was a little piece of tranquility and serenity in an otherwise chaotic world. And here we are at Forever Audio, my recording space for the next 2 days. Here's me giving it my best, "Yes, I can hear you, Clem Fandango," followed by another obligatory booth photo. This was at the start of the second day. And I have to say, those guys really looked after me there. Fraser and Chloe, thank you so much. After wrapping up at lunchtime, I was back at a very busy Euston station waiting for my train. And when I eventually got to Crewe, I didn't have a brew. Instead, I popped into the Lion and Whistle and had a glass of the good stuff. Cheers.